guys, welcome to another review. Today I have something awesome to show you. This is The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers Extended Edition, Collector's Edition DVD gift set from 2000 and... Let's have a quick look at the bottom of the box, sorry about that. No, it's not written there. 2003, I remember. Yep, this bad boy was made all those years ago. I think it was anyway. I know it's written on the bottom with the Smeagol statue, so I'll have to have a look at that in a minute when I take him out. So yeah, sorry if I got the date wrong. I picked this up from my collector's shop and I didn't even pay £20 for it. This was reduced to £15 and I am really happy with it. It was mint in the package. From what I can tell, the DVDs were taken out and watched, but the Smeagol statue was left in there. It was solidly left in there. It was a pain in the you-know-where to take it out. And yeah, it was tied in with the strongest twist tie I've ever tangled with. So yeah, it's not even a twist tie. It's one of those, you know, these ones you use to tighten stuff with. So yeah, moving this to the side, I'll just quickly show you the package. Here we have collector's DVD gift set, a nice open window showing you the statue of Smeagol, the film, and there's another DVD just in the back which you can't see, and there's some certificates there which I will also show you. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, with this nice kind of floral pattern and what have you going along the sides. Here we have got, what are these? Are these orcs? It would appear so. I presume that this is from the scene where... No, that's the Return of the King, that is. I'm jumping ahead, sorry about that. On the top, you get another look at Smeagol, and this, I would presume, would be Legolas's bow, an arrow, and his quiver. Looks very nice. This side, you just got the Two Towers. On the back we have what appears to be what is it now? You see, I do like Lord of the Rings. I've watched them all recently for the first time, and The Hobbit, that is. And this oh god, what was I going to say? I know it's, I'm pretty sure it's when they defend the castle. I just cannot remember the name of the castle. Sorry about that, but give me a year or two, I'll be able to name you all the characters from the films, like what I can do with Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, you know. And yeah, sorry about that. At the bottom, you've got just that, nothing particularly interesting. And yeah, I'll take it out of the box now. Lord of the Rings is quite special to me actually, because my best friend actually isn't into Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, anything that I'm into actually. But for years I know he'd like Lord of the Rings and I never got around to watching any of them. So when I finally watched them, you know, I rewatched them with him as well, we talked about it. And this is the statue of his favourite character actually, although he prefers Gollum. I'm more of a Smeagol guy. Wait, did I say Smeagol? Smeagol. No, wait. It is Smeagol. What am I going on about? And even though I've taken it out of the box, it is still a pain to get this statue out because it's wrapped in this styrofoam prison. Oh, God. There we go. There we go. He's out. Lovely job. Here he is, wrapped in his... styrofoam prism, which is quite strong styrofoam actually. Putting that to the side, I'll just show you the certificates that it's come with. First of all, you got this certificate of authenticity. Oh, there's a bend in it, that's a bit annoying. Smeagol, created especially for the Lord of the Rings Two Towers collector's DVD gift set. And it is of course sculpted by Jamie Beswarwick of the Weta Workshop, New Zealand. New Zealand, Weta, the company that actually make the props and swords and what have you for their films. So it's like literally the Lord of the Rings, the company that made the films and everything, they have actually gifted you, not gifted, you paid for it, a Smeagol statue. So that is incredibly badass, that is. And here we have this, a very special offer. Sideshow Wetter Collectibles on the back. If I open it up actually. Order this exclusive Gollum statue now, 7,500 pieces. $80 US. This of course I've seen on eBay. It's a relatively prized piece from what I can tell. It's very nice, as you can see. It's just him all angry and everything really. He's bitten into the fish instead of holding it. Hand numbered, limited edition, will not be available in stores, so if you all want to give that a read, pretty cool. You can probably find it on the internet, but like I said, I prefer Smeagol anyway, so I don't mind. This is cool of me. I haven't watched this yet, but I will give it a watch. Gollum, literally that's all it's called, Gollum. Nice artwork. It's got a nice feel to it as well. It's like a book almost. Opening it up, here is the disc, and this actually did come off, so I had to glue it back on this plastic section. Capturing Movie Memories, the Gollum Smeagol collectible. It's pretty cool. And here we have a nice booklet, which I'll just quickly show you. Here's Gollum. Right. There's that, and I normally show every page of a booklet if ever I do a review, so there's Andy Serkis looking really cool. So I will do that as well now, but I'll try and be very quick as well. I'm nearly 10 minutes into the review, so yep, you're just going to have to quickly pause because I'm going to be lightning fast. Oh yes, see that speed? I make Wally West shiver, I do. What? Oh. Pole dancing Gollum? There was no pole, but yeah. He looks like a White Walker there. And speaking of which, my favourite character from Game of Thrones died. Or is he dead? I don't know. But that stupid kid, what was his name? Ollie. Yeah. I'm glad his family died now. Stupid kid. Ah, Peter Jackson. Killing Jon Snow. Anyway, now that I've rambled on about a completely different franchise in which Sean Bean also dies. Yeah, spoiler alert by the way, sorry. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones or The Lord of the Rings. A frog. It's pretty weird. I thought it would have been a fish. So that's that. And now we have the Two Towers DVD. There's a bit of a chip, not chip, but rip in the cardboard, but I don't really mind. This was used to my knowledge, but the statue was never taken out. Special extended DVD edition. On the spine, you just got Lord of the Rings, special extended DVD edition, the Two Towers DVD, New Line Cinema, age rating. On the back, you just got a nice pattern. Opening it up, you've got the Two Towers. Opening it again, you've got the special extended DVD edition and the appendices, or appendices, I'm not really sure how you pronounce it actually. Opening up the appendices, I'll start with. This is just special features essentially, so that's pretty cool. These plastic bits are all held on relatively securely, but if they do break off, I'll just glue them back on, nothing major. Here you've got the Fellowship's Journey actually. You've got Frodo and Sam, they're the green dotted line. Merry and Pippin, blue lines. Aragorn, Legolas and Gimli. Very weird pattern for them, but oh well. You know what's pretty cool about this as well? Erebor. If you have seen the Hobbit trilogy, I'd highly recommend it. It's really good as well. You've got a booklet in here, which I'll quickly show you. Special extended DVD edition. We've got this there, that there, that, and then it opens up to my knowledge. Is that? Yep. Like so. It just shows you everything that's in the special features, which I presume would have been on the menu screen. So I don't know why they went to the. So I don't know why they went to that effort. And behind each case you have a nice image. So starting off with the disc one, or part 1 I should say, of the Fellowship of the Two Towers. It's pretty cool. What that is, I can't even remember. This side now. Just try very carefully here. Yep, that's the castle they were defending. I just can't remember its name. The Battle of Rohan, I think, was that it? Oh, well, I don't know. This one I really do like. Treebeard. And they really have some really crappy push things here for the discs. I feel like I'm going to break them every single time. And here we've got, oh dear, what that is I'm not sure either. I mean, I'm not overly familiar with the Lord of the Rings in general, so I mean, feel free to comment down below. So that's pretty cool. And just occurred to me actually, I haven't looked, if the Gollum, oh look, it's on the back. Oh, that's cool. This is when, spoiler alert, Gimli, Legolas and Aragorn, they're wandering through the fields, well not fields, it's the Dark Forest, isn't it? I can't even remember, where Treebeard lives. And, well, before they find them, you see Merry and Pippin, they see somebody that looks like Saruman the White from the back. And then you find out, no, it's Gandalf the White, so that's a very badass artwork, that is, in my opinion. It looks particularly cool. And the spine, just the two towers. But as I was saying, I didn't check to see if the Gollum had anything behind it. I can't remember. No, it's just bland. And you can see my glue marks. Nothing particularly major. Putting all of this to the side now. They did make a limited edition version of a limited edition, extended edition, collector's edition to be exact, of the Fellowship and the Return of the King. The Fellowship had, if you remember, they were all on those paddle boat things. They're flowing down a river. And you see those two statues with the people. I think they're holding like swords. It's very cool actually. You can get that as in 2 bookends, so that's cool. And then the Return of the King comes with the castle from the end of the Return of the King, obviously, where Aragorn becomes king. Once again, I'm sorry I don't know all the names of places and what have you. Like I said, this isn't Star Trek, so I'm not overly familiar, and I hope you can forgive me. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Time for the crowning jewel. And this is the coolest of all the limited edition ones, I think, as well. You of course have the Sméagol statue. Moving this styrofoam to the side. That is awesome when I consider how long ago it was made as well. Look at his head. Look at his eyes, for example. They look really good. And the weird thing is, the pupils, the black pupils, they're not painted on, they actually indent. Whether his eyes are actually like that in the films, I don't think so, but it looks cool. His ears, because of course Sméagol was a hobbit from Bag End. Oh no, that's Bilbo. He might have been from Bag End, I don't know. The Shire, let's just say the Shire. His mouth is partially open and it's sculpted. You can actually feel his lips and everything. So it's like he's just turned around, saw something. He's gonna go tell Frodo and Sam, the fat hobbits is. I didn't even realise he was that fat. I don't think he's that fat either. He of course has hair strands. I mean, these I find are a bit disappointing. I think they could have been sculpted a lot nicer, but, well, not sculpted actually, more painted nicer I should say. I think if they were like a lighter grey, then it would have looked nicer. But then it might clash with the fish, but oh well, nothing too major. But that is awesome, that really is. It looks just like Sméagol. Although technically it is Gollum as well, as a dual personality, Dr. Jekyll and Hyde style. Here we have all of his scars, as you can see, and his whip marks from when I'm sure it was Saruman the White that actually captured him. Well, not him per se, but they did capture him in the Fellowship. And they torture him, and they get 2 words out of him, which are Baggins and Shire. Because when Frodo... because when Bilbo actually stole the ring, he told him where he was from stupidly, and yeah, that is essentially what led them onto Frodo's trail. But still, oh well, it made for a good film, so I don't mind. Looks very nice. Here we have the pouch where the One Ring was actually stored, so that's pretty cool. His skirt, I guess you could call it, looks very nice. It looks like a nice real fabric as well, so that looks really cool, the way it rests on the rock. It's just a string around there, coming to the front. Oh, still got styrofoam on my fingers. Looks nice there as well. There's a belly button. It's torso, looks very, very good. His pose, as you can see, it's pretty basic. He's just on his knees, and you can see his kneecaps are popping out there. His elbows are grazed, and yeah, it looks like he needs to get some Nivea on them pronto. It's just the way he's been living in those goblin tunnels for all that time. I think it was the goblin tunnels he lived in anyway, for like, what was it, 400 years? Where the ring was corrupting his mind. The fish is very nice, actually. As you can see, it's still alive here. It's still gasping for, not gasping for air, gasping for water, I should say. His fingernails are done very nicely, actually, much better than his toenails. I'll move on to them in a minute. The fish's mouth's open. It's detailed on both sides with fins and some nice textures and patterns. His gills, which are more prominent on the back than they are the front, which I suppose is accurate because his head's tilting that way, so these would look a bit more open, so I don't mind. Moving on to his toeses. The paint is just crap, I have to be honest. Look, it's like they've completely missed the mark on every single toenail. This one's not too bad, but it does bleed over. This one's decent. This one bleeds over. This one severely bleeds over. This one is decent. This foot is even worse. The toe is decent. This one isn't. This one isn't. This one isn't. And this one is. I know it sounds like I'm being critical, but you'd think they make props for the films. You'd think their painting would be spot on, but oh well. The base that he's on is very nice. It's a stone. Not made out of stone. It's like a... What is it made out of? Porcelain? Porcelain, polystone, like... I know my Star Trek Titan busts are made out of polystone, but this looks very nice. You've got some vegetation growing on it, obviously, with a different texture to it as well than the rock. That's very, very nice indeed. And if you watch The Big Bang Theory, then you might be recognising this. Yes, this is what Sheldon has on his desk. This Smeagol statue. And once again, spoiler alert, I'm spoiling 3 franchises here practically. Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and The Big Bang Theory. When Amy broke up with him, he did talk to the statue about the ring. I'll just say that and I won't go into more detail. On the bottom we have these, which are of course like felt pads almost. Not really, they're more rubber than felt. And even the glue for this is kind of crappy as well, so that's kind of disappointing. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Smeagol exclusive DVD collectible. Jamie Biswarwick, what a beautiful signature he has as well, the sculptor. Peter Jackson, the director, and Andy Serkis, who of course plays Smeagol. That is a good autograph as well, but I have to be honest, I do prefer James Biswarwick's. Sideshow Weta Collectibles. If Sideshow Collectibles did have anything to do with this, I'm not sure. They might do, but oh well. There's a date on it somewhere, isn't there? I'm sure he had a date on the bottom of him. Huh. Apparently not. But I do think this is from 2003, because wasn't the Fellowship made in 2002? Or was the Fellowship made in 2003? I don't even remember. Yeah, my head's all over the place, so I'm sorry I can't actually confirm the date for you, but oh well. I've just realised why it was stuck in the box so hard as well. Look at all this glue. You can see streaks. All prominent on this one, as you can see there, but oh my god, what a pain. Here he is. Oh no, he's not going to bounce, never mind. I just hold him. Incredibly awesome this is. As far as the statue goes, because I'm not going to give it an overall rating with the DVDs and everything because I haven't seen them, but I will take in packaging and the packaging of the DVDs as well. Altogether it is very, very good. I'm going to have to give this a 9 out of 10. Because the paint could have been better on this guy. I know it's mass produced, but even still, I think it could have been a lot better. Especially when you consider who makes it. And yeah, it is just awesome. This is about 7 inches tall. And he's pretty easy to find actually, this guy. More easy than I expected, so if you find this guy, I'd highly recommend you get him. He is just tops in my book. He is very, very cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review, guys. Take care.